Well, hello to Exploring Thailand. My name is Bill. I'm your host for this channel. And we are talking about the old city walls, gates, corner towers, and the moat of historic Chiang Mai. Now, if I do a little run around here, you're not going to see any walls because I'm not near the city walls. I'm actually, getting a shot here, I'm actually at the Chiang Mai Cultural Center and Three Kings Monument Plaza. Behind me are the Three Kings. Why am I here instead of the wall? Because our story must begin here, because one of these three kings is the founder of Chiang Mai and the builder of the walls. Three Kings Monument Square was made in 1984. The statue is located here in front of the Chiang Mai Cultural Center. And the statue portrays the three founders of Chiang Mai, with King Mangrai, gotta step up here, as the ruling king of the region. The other two kings ruled neighboring regions, but were called in for consultation. So, try to get a better shot here. Shimmy. As a result of this cooperation, Chiang Mai became the new capital of the Lana region on April 12th, 1296. King Mangrai's previous capital of his kingdom was in Wanggung Garm from 1287 to 1290. But with constant flooding from the Ping River, and a new site was required. With great creativity, the name of the new city, Chiang Mai, simply means new city. With most cities of the time having defensive walls and moats, Chiang Mai was going to be no different. Sorry folks, I lost part of the video, so I've inserted some pictures here and I'll finish off this section of the video. Chiang Mai's threats came from the Bamar people of the Tuangu dynasty from Myanmar, as well as from the Mongol Empire invading from China. Before delving into the ancient fortifications of Chiang Mai, who was the founding king, King Mangrai? I'm not sure how historians are so accurate, but Mangrai was born on October 23rd, 1238, in the former capital of the Chiang Rai district, Changshan, on the Mekong River. His parents were the ruling family of the region. In 1259, Mangrai succeeded his father. In 1262, he founded the city of Chiang Rai as the capital of his region. In 1287, Mangrai entered into a peace pact called the Strong Pact of Friendship with the other kings standing with him in the plaza that we showed earlier. King Mangrai's history is quite interesting, and he was no saint. Just as other regional rulers of his time, Mangrai was warring with his neighbors to gain more land and wealth. His troubles were not always from abroad either. King Mangrai's eldest son tried to seize the throne before his time had come. As a result, he was executed for his eagerness. As with all people, death is in our futures. So is true with King Mangrai. After ruling in Chiang Mai for 20 years, Mangrai's second son got to sit on the throne in 1317. Was Mangrai killed in a battle or assassinated by his second son? No. He was struck dead by a lightning bolt while strolling through the market. At least that's what legend says. 6 kings followed in the next 11 years. Finally, in 1328, Mangrai's grandson brought peace and stability to Mangrai's kingdom. So why was the land of the old city chosen for the new capital? Geography played a key role in this decision. The Ping River was a major trading route. The city sat high enough to prevent annual flooding, yet could easily benefit from the trade that flowed up and down the Ping River. In addition, King Mangrai politically controlled the region and could keep the city relatively safe. The Suthep mountain to the west offered an added level of protection, and there was enough fertile ground to allow rice farming and other agriculture. Then there was the seven omens that the three kings observed while laying out the groundwork for Chiang Mai, and it gave divine acceptance to the location. Through my research, I've yet to find what those seven omens were, though. All right, let's continue on with the video from here. Here we are at the Tha Phae Gate. We're going to continue our journey into the history of the gates and everything that surrounds the old city. Behind me, you can see a lot of tourists. There's people scaring up the pigeons to get the perfect tourist shot. Also behind me, somebody's doing some photographs of this young lady here for some great shots as well. So let's continue on. To protect the city, a wall and a moat were ordered built by the king. Based on military techniques of the time and astrological beliefs, the city was planned with towers, walls, gates, and a moat. Before I continue on, as you can see, there's a lot of structures left over. These are from the New Year's celebration. So this is January 6th, 2024. Let me get a little closer here and we'll continue on. So it's always fun. I'm going to switch here. Hold on. Oh. So the shape of the city walls ranged about 2,000 meters squared, or approximately 1 mile squared here. It's great for runners around here because they can pretty much gauge where they are running and how long. Approximately 40,000 men were used to complete the entire project within about 4 months' time. Originally, 4 gates were constructed, with 1 gate located in each of the 4 walls. The names of the gates were given based on either their location or the daily use of the life of the citizens. One interesting note is that up until the end of World War II, all the city gates remained closed and locked each evening with a guard posted. During the day, each gate had its own market as well. Another thing I found interesting in my research was that the gate doors should have been originally designed for one door to open inward and one outward, or both should have been made to open outward for defensive purposes. This way it made it more difficult to breach the gate doors in case of attack. Today, when you see the gate doors at some of the gates, they open inward. Perhaps they always had done so from the creation of the gates, or during the various reconstructions of the gates over the centuries. That military tactic was forgotten. Oh, hello. Yeah, so anyway, let's move on. The Tha Phae Gate, which is where we're at. Tha Phae Gate. The most popular of the gates for tourists today is called the Tha Phae Gate. And I might be mispronouncing it. I'm sorry. I don't know Thai pronunciation very well. It is on the east side of the city. The gate offers access to the Ping River, which was the city's trade center. The Pai means harbor, and Thai means floating house. Well, I'm sorry. Take that back. Thai means harbor, and Pai means floating house. It can also mean raft landing or some variation of that term. Now down this road here will lead you to the Ping River. This gate was where monks, traders, and diplomats entered the city. There were apparently reported to be 2 Tha Phae gates. One was near the river and the second was at the city wall. Today, this is a central location with many festivals and markets in the Gates Plaza here. Tourists take photos of themselves scaring the pigeons so that you can see them doing it here. You get a unique picture of the birds flying around them. Okay, so I've changed locations. It's a little loud with the traffic. There's nowhere along this wall or anywhere where I can get away from the traffic. Traffic flows around the walled area. So on one side of the wall, the outer side of the wall, traffic flows in one direction, and on the inner side of the wall, traffic flows the opposite direction. And this is how you navigate the old city area. I'm at the northeast corner, and let's continue our story. If we were to move south from the Tha Phae gate, we will find the Chiang Mai gate, and it has seen reconstruction twice that we know of. Once in the 1800s and then again in the 1900s. I would assume it's probably been rebuilt over the centuries as wars would happen or battles would happen or just due to time. Today there's nothing that's interest at the Chiang Mai gate, with the exception of maybe a few markets that are there. It's not a tourist location. The side of the city walls there actually have two gates. The Chiang Mai gate, or commonly referred to as the South Gate, and the lesser known San Pang Gate. I'll put the name of the gates in the video so that you know what I'm talking about. The San Pang Gate is the southwest of the wall. It was built about a century later than the original walls. Pardon the motorcycles. It was built about a century later than the original walls by the Queen at that time. Her name was, again, pardon my Thai pronunciation, I'll try it, Raja the Bee. Again, I'll put that in the video. The king built it for her so that she had easier access to the city to oversee her projects that she was doing within the city. Her palace was located outside of the city, so she had to traverse every day, so he made it easier for her. It is historically reported to have been the gate used to transport the dead from the city to the crematoria, which was outside the city. By the way, here's maybe some of, I don't think these are original bricks either, but they definitely look older than what's up here. We'll come up here and I'll show you. I'm gonna move this so it's a little easier. Oops, sorry. Bear with me. I gotta come up the hill and all. So, yeah, so that gate was used to remove the dead from the city at the time. It is also reported that the gate was used to execute rebels and prisoners, and that's the only place apparently they were doing it. So this is what you get to see at the top of a tower. We got a guy over there lounging around, staying cool. But this is one of the tower tops. Again, reconstructed, but you get a general idea. We're not allowed to actually be up there. I don't know what he's doing up there, but there are signs saying do not climb. Alright, let's continue our story. Pardon about the shakiness. It's getting heavy on me as I walk around. Whoop, there we go. Better. Alright, continuing on. Moving to the western wall, we will find the Swan Dock Gate. It is named after the famed Chiang Mai's Wat Swan Dock area and temple. This is one of the least visited gates within the wall. The name gives reference to the door to the flower garden. A royal flower garden was once found outside the city walls of this gate. This garden or gardens would have been popular with locals from the city at that time.
Sadly, that is only claimed to fame for the gate. So there's not much at that gate to see. This brings us to the North Gate, or the Chiang Mai Gate. I know I mispronounced that one. The name translates roughly to White Elephant Gate. Legend has it that the king would enter the city through this gate riding his albino white elephant. It was also considered the head of the city, thus making it the most important gate of all of the four at the time. Later kings would enter the city through this gate to their official coronation. Okay, we're getting to the end, folks. Bear with me as I show you these walls and different locations. Again, I'm not a professional. I will learn as I go, and I hope you are patient and tolerant with me. I'm going to end here and finish later. Thank you. See you soon.
I was not happy with that last segment I shot, so I'm going to provide some stock photos from the internet of the various different gates and corners to give you an idea what they look like. So these are all the gates and all the corners. Many are unfamiliar with a sixth gate in the wall. Built around 1443 when King Tilokraj gained the throne, he built the Chiang Mai Gate. It was created to shorten the distance between the palace to the Ping River and harbor. I will say that doing my research, I keep finding these little tidbits about various kings and their reigns during the Mangrai dynasty period of Thai history. Those who enjoy watching The Crown of the Netflix will find these stories even more fascinating about a different royal family, so perhaps I'll delve into that in the future. Besides the walls and the gates, there are four corner structures known as Jayungs. In the northeast corner, we find Si Phum Gate. The southeast corner is Katam Corner. Katam refers to fish traps. Water flowing from the northwest corner flowed to the base of this corner, where a fish pond was developed, thus the name of fish traps. The southwest corner is referred to as Ku Huang Corner due to a stupa, or ku in Thai, containing the ashes of a person named Huang. This corner was rebuilt in 1800s. Finally, we have the Hua Lin Corner, which translates roughly to Head Aqueduct. A stream flowed and was lifted over the wall to provide fresh water to the inhabitants inside the city. Okay, that finishes my research on the wall and stuff. I just have one more video to finish this up and wrap it up for you. See you in a moment. I wanted to add these two photos. They are of an outer wall that was later constructed around 1519 to help protect the citizens who were living outside the wall. And they were primarily living in the south and west of the old city. These remnants here are, I believe, original construction. And the reason I believe that they are not reconstructed later on is because they're nestled within a neighborhood, so it's not where tourists normally would find them or go and see them. And as urban sprawl occurred, it looks like it almost as if it went around this area. So it's reported that these are original walls. This is called the Thipanet Bastion, and you can find remnants of the outer wall in different places. I think there's a spot at the Chiang Mai Zoo, and also at the Chiang Mai University. I'm going to finish this video with some old photos I found during my research as I finish the story that I've prepared for you. Apparently, all the walls, gates, and moats were for naught, as the Burmese seized Chiang Mai in 1556 and maintained control of the area until around 1776. Chiang Mai was abandoned from 1776 to 1791 until Prince Kawila enticed area inhabitants to move back into the city. Kawila led the reconstruction, restoration, and renovation of Chiang Mai's famous buildings and temples. Chiang Mai has seen transition and weathered various events that would have wiped many cities from history. Today, Chiang Mai is a thriving tourist city, hosting people from all over the world with its natural beauty and historical charms. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel. It helps keep the channel up and running, and hopefully we'll get it monetized. It also shows that you like what I'm showing to you. So please tell your friends and family if you think they would like it. Also, don't forget to hit the like button. That also helps. And please leave a comment. Keep them kind. But leave a comment. Let me know what you thought, how I can improve. I know there's lots that I can improve on. Or if there's something that you know of in the area that I might go check out and do a video on, let me know. Until next time, folks, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this. It took a lot of work, a lot of research, but hopefully it was worthwhile for everyone. Thank you once again. Have a great day.